Boa noite, boa noite. Escreve para mim nos comentários se você me vê e me ouve bem, por favor. Escreve aí nos comentários se você me vê e se você me ouve bem, por favor. E já deixa o like. Já chega dando dedo no like. Desculpa. Chega dando aquele like. E me diga se você me vê, me ouve bem. Pra gente começar. Que terça-feira, vira e mexe quando eu já entro com tudo na live. Sem esse rame-rame inicial aqui, né? Vou diretão. Cara, quase sempre eu me lasco e dá um problema e eu não vejo. Então, por favor, me diga se o áudio tá bom, se o vídeo tá bom. Show de bola! Então, vamos embora. Excelente. Vamos embora. Andréia Serafim, Aristides, Bianca Macedo, Roosevelt, José Newton, meu Deus do céu. Hoje nós estamos recheados de presenças ilustres. Então, bora, agora sim, vamos começar sem mais demoras. Agora que temos a certeza que tudo vai bem. Então, vamos lá. So, this is the story of Sherlock Holmes and the mystery of the Boscombe pool. Murder. Okay? Sherlock Holmes and the mystery of the Boscombe pool murder. Okay? So, let me see. Yes. Let's go. Sherlock Holmes and the mystery of the Boscombe pool. Chapter 1. One morning, I was having breakfast with my wife when a telegram arrived. It was from Sherlock Holmes, and the telegram said, "Are you free for a day or two? Must go to the west of England to help with the Boscombe pool mother. Shall be glad if you can come with me. The change will be good for us. Leaving Paddington Station on the 11:15 a.m. train. So, vamos fazer um pouco aqui de treinamento de como pensar e responder prontamente em inglês, tá? Então, eu vou fazer perguntas e você responde aí onde você estiver, ok? Então, when did he receive a telegram from Sherlock Holmes? When? One morning. During breakfast. When he was having breakfast. Okay? When did he receive a telegram from Sherlock Holmes? Possible answers that you can give. One morning, during breakfast, when he was having breakfast, one morning when he was having breakfast. Okay? When did he receive a telegram from Sherlock Holmes? In one morning. Pode responder falando, pode responder nos comentários, pode responder falando e escrevendo nos comentários, ok? Next. Who did he receive a telegram from? So, when did he receive a telegram? One morning when he was having breakfast. One morning when he was having breakfast. Who did he receive a telegram from? Sherlock Holmes. Who did he receive a telegram from? From Sherlock Holmes. What did he receive from Sherlock Holmes? What? Ainda não teve pergunta que a resposta era o Dr. Watson. Ó, when did he receive a telegram? One morning when he was having breakfast. Who did he receive a telegram from? From Sherlock Holmes. Who did he receive a telegram from? From Sherlock Holmes. What did he receive from Sherlock Holmes? A telegram. Okay? Who received the telegram? Se eu pergunto, who received the telegram from Sherlock Holmes? Aí sim, a resposta vai ser Dr. Watson. Who did he receive a telegram from? From Sherlock Holmes. Agora, se eu perguntar, who received a telegram from Sherlock Holmes, aí sim a resposta vai ser Dr. Watson. Ok? So when, one morning during breakfast, what did he receive? A telegram. Who did he receive a telegram from? From Sherlock Holmes. Who received the telegram from Sherlock Holmes? Dr. Watson. Who was he having breakfast with? Who was he having breakfast with when he received a telegram from Sherlock Holmes? Who was he having breakfast with? His wife. Excellent. He was having breakfast with his wife. Where was he having breakfast? Where was Dr. Watson when he received the telegram from Sherlock Holmes? Where was he having breakfast with his wife when he received a telegram from Sherlock Holmes? At home. Yes, at home. At home. Okay? Now, what did the telegram say? The telegram said, "Are you free for a day or two?" Why was Sherlock Holmes asking whether Dr. Watson was free for a day or two? Because he wanted Dr. Watson's help. He wanted Dr. Watson to help him. With what? Investigating the Boscombe murder. He wanted Dr. Watson to help him investigating a murder, an assassination. Okay? Like Elisa Matsunaga murdered her husband, like Suzanne van Richthofen murdered her parents, like Alexandre Nardoni and his wife murdered Isabella Nardoni. Okay? So, like Flor de Lis murdered her husband. Okay? Assassination, murder. What kind of urgency did he have? Or how much did he want Dr. Watson to come with him? A lot. He did not say we could go. He did not say, what if we go? He did not say we should go. He didn't even say we have to go. He said we must. We must go to the west of England to investigate an assassination. I'll be glad. I will be glad. Shall be glad. I'll be happy if you can come with me, if it's possible for you to come with me. A little change will be good for us. Now, If Dr. Watson accepts the invitation, se o Dr. Watson aceitar o convite, if Dr. Watson if he accepts the invitation, if he accepts the invitation to go investigate a murder with Sherlock Holmes, if he accepts the invitation, where will they go to? If Dr. Watson accepts Sherlock Holmes's invitation to go with him and investigate a murder, where will they go to? O Newton está perguntando shall e will is the same thing? Muitas vezes sim. Porque, por exemplo, às vezes pode ser dito shall we go, que seria can we go now, podemos ir. Então, às vezes o shall ele vai ter uma conotação de can we go, ok? E às vezes ele vai ter uma conotação de will. I will go. I will be happy. I shall be glad. É mais formal. Então, às vezes ele vai entrar no will, às vezes ele vai entrar num can. Shall we continue? Can we continue the story? Ok? Volta para a pergunta que eu estava fazendo. Se o Dr. Watson aceita o convite, where will they go to? They would go to the west of England. Okay? Why would they go there? Why would they go there? To investigate a murder. Where will they leave from? Where will they start from? Where will they leave from to go to the west of England, investigate a murder? And when should they leave? When do they have to leave? Where do they have to leave from? And when do they have to go? Where? Paddington Station. Where? Paddington Station. Paddington Station. Where do they have to leave from? Okay? Because leaving, the opposite of to arrive, is the origin. We leave our origin in the beginning of the trip, and we arrive in our destination at the end of the trip. That's why if I ask, where will they leave from? From Paddington Station. We leave our origin at the beginning of the trip. Where will they arrive? At the end of the trip, we arrive in our destination. We arrive, or they would arrive, or they will arrive in Boscombe Pool. west of England. When do they leave? When do they have to leave? At 11:15 a.m. at a quarter past 11. At a quarter past 11. Okay? And then his wife asks, "Will you go?" Said my wife, looking across at me. He answered, "I really don't know what to say because I have a lot of sick people to visit," because he was a doctor. And doctors help people who are sick. When someone gets sick, they go to the hospital to see a doctor. Doctors and hospitals help people when they get sick. And a long time ago, doctors they had a habit, a routine. It was common for doctors to visit their patients at home when their patients got sick. So, this is why Dr. Watson answered, "I don't know if I'm coming with Sherlock Holmes. I have a lot of sick people to visit." And then his wife replied, "Honey, an Struther can do your work for you. You're looking tired, exhausted, low energy, the opposite of energized. You're looking tired. And I think a change from your work will be good for you. And after all, you're always so interested in Mr. Holmes's cases." And then Dr. Watson answers, "As always, you're right, my dear. But if I do go, I must get ready immediately because the train leaves in half an hour." Okay, so when do they have to leave? They have to leave in 30 minutes. The train leaves Paddington Station at 11:15 a.m. The train leaves in half an hour, 30 minutes. So if I ask you, what time is it right now when they are having this conversation? They had this conversation at 10:45 a.m. If the train leaves at 11:15 a.m., and if the train leaves in half an hour, as duas frases são verdadeiras. 11:15 a.m. is 30 minutes from now, half an hour from now. What time is it right now? It's 10:45 a.m. right now. It's 10:45 a.m. right now. It's that conversation between Dr. Watson and his wife aconteceu at 10:45 a.m. Okay? Because if you add 30 minutes to 10:45, you get to 11:15 a.m. So they had the conversation at a quarter to 11, And the train will leave Paddington Station at 11:15. They had the conversation at 11:15, okay? 11:15, and the train will leave Paddington Station at 11:15. Okay? Chapter 2, Dr. Watson narrating the story. Então, ele acaba decidindo ir e continua. My early life as a soldier taught me to travel with very few things. So, during his life as a soldier, during his experience as a soldier, Dr. Watson learned a very powerful lesson. He learned to pack quickly and lightly, to organize his bags quickly, and to travel taking very few things. Ok? Vamos praticar um pouquinho mais de treinamento de pensar e responder prontamente em inglês? A base de qualquer pessoa que deseja falar inglês fluentemente na vida real? What did Dr. Watson used to do in the past, before he became a doctor? What did he work with? What did he do? What did he used to do in his early life before he became a doctor? He used to be a soldier. He used to work as a soldier. He used to be a soldier. Who learned a powerful lesson through his experience as a soldier? Pode ir respondendo verbalmente, pode responder nos comentários. What powerful lesson did he learn when he was a soldier? So, what did he used to do? He used to be a soldier. 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 Okay? Who used to be a soldier? Dr. Watson. What happened to him during his experience, during his time as a soldier? He learned a powerful lesson. What lesson did he learn from being a soldier? What lesson did he learn from the time he worked as a soldier? To pack, this is to pack. To organize your bags, to organize your luggage. Okay? To pack quickly and to travel with very few things. Exactly. Exactly. He learned to pack quickly and to travel with few things. And because of that, in a few minutes, he was on his way to Paddington train station. He packed, he packed quickly and lightly with very few things, which is a lesson that he learned when he used to be a soldier. Okay? Exactly. A lesson he learned because he used to be a soldier. Okay? So, in a few minutes, he was on his way to Paddington Station, where he met, where he found his old friend Sherlock Holmes, where he met, found, located, encountered his old friend in his long gray coat and wearing his favorite hat. Okay? And Sherlock Holmes was walking up and down the platform. They finally met at Paddington train station, Dr. Watson and Sherlock Holmes. And they start talking. Sherlock Holmes speaks. It's really very good of you to come, Watson. Praticar pouquinho de pronúncia. It's really very good of you to come. It's really very good of you to come. It's really very good of you to come. It's really very good of you to come, Watson. I need a friend like this, like you, at times like this, at times like this, at times like this, at times like this. No one can help me as you can. Please keep two corner places and I will buy the tickets. Okay? Please keep two corner places and I will buy the tickets. Só um minutinho que eu esqueci de um negócio. So, please keep 2 corner places and I will buy the tickets. Ok? E aí o Dr. Watson volta a narrar a história, dizendo: We were alone during the train journey. We were alone during the train journey, and Sherlock Holmes had a large number of newspapers with him, and for much of the time, he wrote and thought. For much of the time, he wrote and thought. Okay? Finally, he made the papers into a very large bowl and threw the papers through, like basketball, he threw the papers away, keeping only one. Keeping only one. And then he asks Dr. Watson, have you heard anything about the case? Sherlock Holmes asked Dr. Watson, no, I haven't heard anything. I heard nothing. I have not seen. Aqui caberia actually. Aqui caberia muito actually. Actually, I have not seen a newspaper for some days. No, I heard nothing. I haven't heard anything. Actually, as a matter of fact, okay? As a matter of fact, actually, I have not seen a newspaper for some days now. Sherlock Holmes volta a falar. The London papers have not written much about it. The London papers have not written much about it. About what? About the Boscombe pool murder. The London papers have not, the London papers have not written much about it. About it what? About the Boscombe pool murder, the Boscombe pool assassination. I, Sherlock Holmes, I have read them all because I need to know all the facts. Antes de continuar o parágrafo, vamos treinar pouquinho de pronúncia. The London papers have not, repete comigo, written, mountain, Manhattan. We don't say Manhattan. Mountain. Mountain. Tem gente que bate no peito achando que tá balando. Mountain bike. Retain. Eu falo bem pra caramba. Have not. The London papers have not written. Quando tem esses dois T's aqui, ó, a gente vai falar Manhattan. Manhattan. Mountain. Written. Ok? Então vamos lá. The London papers have not written. Have not written much about it. About it. Você não vai dizer about it. Muito menos about it. Aí, misericórdia. Você vai dizer about it. About it. The London papers have not written much about it. About the Boscombe pool model. E aí ele fala, I have read them all. 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 Read them. Você não vai falar read, você não vai falar read. O passado de read, que é read, tem a mesma pronúncia da cor vermelha, read. I have read. Mas aqui, como tem o T, você não vai dizer read them all. Você vai falar o read engata no them, que engata no all. I have read them all. Read them all. Como é que chama quando bate um carro atrás do outro assim? Um vai encaixotando o outro. Um vai acoplando no final do outro. O read encaixota no them, que encaixota no all. E aí você fala, I have read them all. I have read them all. Read them all. Ok? The London papers have not written much about it. I have read them all because I need to know. Você não vai falar I need to know. I need to know. Não. Você não fala isso. Você não fala I need to know, pô. Joga um pô logo. I need to know, pô. Pô, I need to know why. I need to know, pô, all the facts. Não, você vai falar I need to know all the facts. I need to know all the facts. Então vamos lá de novo? Todo o parágrafo. The London papers have not written much about it. The London papers have not written much about it. I have read them all. I have read them all because I need to know. Não é I need to know. Muito menos I need to know. I need to know, pô. I need to know, pô. I need to know, pô. nem sequer você vai falar I need to know. I need to know, I need to know, I need to know all the facts. It seems to be, it seems to be, it seems to be significa it looks like, it looks like, it appears to be, we get the impression that, we have the impression that, it looks like, it seems to be, parece ser, it seems to be, it looks like, it appears to be, we have the impression that, it seems to be one of those cases which looks very clear, and that's exactly why I think it'll be difficult. Aqui nós precisamos parar e praticar um pouquinho de pronúncia, porque com certeza você passa muita vergonha quando você lê essa frase aqui, que você fala com certeza feio pra cacete. Eu quero até que você diga nos comentários se você falaria essa frase alguma coisa parecido com It seems to be one of those cases which looks very clear. That is why I think it will be difficult. Achando que tá abalando. Escreve aí para mim nos comentários. Uai, Felipe, não é assim que lê? Pô, velho, achei que você mandou super bem aí, ó. It seems to be one of those cases which looks very clear. That is why I think it will be difficult. Não é assim, não. Pô, aí, arrebentou, pô. Aí, pô. Pô, mandei bem pra caraca aí, pô. Pô, aí, papo reto aí. Pô, maluco mandou bem pra caramba aí. Pô, falou bonitão, olha lá, cara. Hein? Olha lá, falou bonitão, pô. Pô, aí. Uai, não é assim não que fala. Não, como é que fala? It seems to be one of those cases. A Cláudia, quase isso. A Bianca. E como é que fala então, pô? Vamos lá, vamos treinar. It seems to be one of those cases which looks very clear. That is why I think it'll be difficult. It'll be difficult. It'll be difficult. It'll be difficult. It seems to be one of those cases. It seems to be one of those cases which looks very clear. That is why Fala ele doido ali. That is why I think it'll be difficult. It'll be difficult. It seems to be. E aí o Dr. Watson pergunta, Isn't that strange? Ó, para de falar isn't that strange? Isn't that strange? Repete comigo, repete comigo. Isn't that strange? Isn't that strange? Isn't that strange? Ó. Isn't that strange? De novo, igual naquele que a gente falou, I have read them all. O read engaveta, engavetou. O read engaveta no them, que engaveta no all. I have read them all. O isn't engaveta no that, que engaveta no strange. Isn't that strange? Isn't, ou seja, você não vai falar isn't that strange. Ok? Você não vai falar a palavra toda. É como se fosse aquele... Aqui é como se fosse vão de ônibus, vão de onço, vão de onço. Não fala vamos de ônibus, é vão de onço. Vão de onço. Vão de onço, vão de Uber. Ou vão de Uber, só. Vão de Uber, uai. Vão de Uber mesmo, uai. Vão de Uber, só. Engavetamento. Então você não vai falar isn't. Você vai falar isn't that strange. Você não termina o isn't, você não termina o that. Você fala isn't that strange? Oh no. Cases which seem very easy like this one. Cases which seem very easy like this one are often the hardest I find. I believe, I think. It's my opinion. But just now, things look very serious for the son of the murdered man. But just now, things look very serious for the son of the murdered man. So, Dr. Watson. Vermelho é Watson, azul é o Sherlock. So, you're sure that it is a murder. So, you're sure that it is a murder. So, you're sure that it is a murder. That it is. That it is. That it is. That it is. Daddy, quase de daddy de pai. That it is. So you're sure that it is a murder. So, vamos lá, para você pegar, para você falar igual nativão mesmo. Vamos. Vamos repetindo aí, vai repetindo. Essa frase aqui. So you're sure that it is a murder. So you're sure that it is a murder. Se for uma coisa mais britânica, so you're sure that it is a murder. So you're sure that it is a murder. Then. Se for uma coisa mais americana, so you're sure that it is a murder. That it is a murder. That it is a murder. Se for uma coisa mais britânica. So you're sure that it is a murder. So you're quite sure that it is a murder then. E aí o Sherlock responde, not yet. But it definitely seems to be. It looks like. It seems to be. We get under the impression that it is a murder. There are all the signs of a murder. But I must believe nothing until I have studied all the facts. Now I shall explain in a few words what I have read. But now I must believe nothing until I've studied all the facts. Now I shall explain in a few words what I have read, what I have read, what I have read. American. But I must believe nothing until I have studied all the facts. Now I will explain in a few words what I have read. What I have read. British. But I must believe nothing until I've studied all the facts. Now I shall explain in a few words what I have read. What I have read. American. I will explain in a few words what I have read. Chapter 3. Sherlock Holmes speaking. Boscombe Valley is near Ross, in Herefordshire. Gente, muitas pessoas pronunciam errado. Isso aqui tá da Inglaterra e eles têm a mania de falar Herefordshire, Fortshire, não sei o que Shire. E não é Shire, Herefordshire, Newfortshire, Herefordshire. Boscombe Valley is near Ross, in Herefordshire, west of England. And a large part of the land there belongs to a Mr. John Turner, who made a lot of money in Australia and returned to live in England some years ago. His neighbor, Mr. Charles McCarthy, was also in Australia and lives at Hartley, a farm which belongs to Turner. So, there is a very rich man by the name of John Turner, and this rich man he is the proprietor of a large part of the land in the west of England, in a valley called Boscombe Valley, which is near Ross, in Herefordshire. A large part of the land there is property of Mr. John Turner, who made a lot of money in Australia and then returned to live in England some years ago. His neighbor, vizinho, Mr. Charles McCarthy, was also in Australia and returned to live in England too. And he lives at Hartley, a farm which belongs to Turner. So, a large part of the land there belongs to Mr. Turner. And Mr. Charles McCarthy lives at Hartley in a farm that belongs to Mr. Turner. So Mr. Turner is the proprietor of a large part of the land in Boscombe Valley. Mr. Turner is the proprietor of a large part of the land in Boscombe Valley, including the land where the farm, Halfley Farm, is located. Mr. John Turner possesses. Mr. John Turner is the proprietor of a large part of the land in Boscombe Valley, including Halfley, the farm where Mr. Charles McCarthy lives. So, Mr. Charles McCarthy Mr. John Turner is the landlord. He is the proprietor of the land. He is the proprietor of the land. He is the proprietor of the land. Okay? Mr. John Turner is the proprietor of the land. He is the landlord. He is the landlord. Okay? He is the landlord. And Mr. Charles McCarthy is the tenant. Chica bom para quem adivinhar o que é tenant, para quem deduzir o que é tenant. If Mr. John Turner is the landlord, the proprietor of the land, and Mr. Charles McCarthy is the tenant, what is the meaning of tenant? What does tenant mean? Valendo chica bom. The two men first met in Australia. So even though they are neighbors today, even though they live in the same place, they first met in Australia. And it is natural that they have chosen to live in the same neighborhood because they met in Australia, they became friends in Australia, and then they came back to England. So it's natural that they have chosen, they decided, they made the decision to live in the same neighborhood. Mesmo bairro ali, né? Na mesma vizinhança. Turner is the richer man. He is the landlord. He's the proprietor of the large part of the land, including the land where Mr. McCarthy lives. And it seems that McCarthy pays him, Turner, for the use of his farm. They seem to be good friends, and they spent quite a lot of their time together. McCarthy has one son who is 18 years old, and Turner has a daughter who is about the same age, 18 years old. They are both widows because their wives are dead. Both of their wives are dead. And the two families live quietly and did not mix much, did not talk, okay, hang out with, became friends with. They did not become friends. They did not talk a lot. They did not mix. They did not mix much with other people. They were quiet families. They were introverted. They were closed. They were not accessible and friendly. Okay? McCarthy had 2 servants, but Turner, in his big house, has several more, 6 servants. That is all I've been able to find out. That is all I've been able to figure out, discover about these 2 families. What about the murder then? Watson asked. What about the murder then? Watson asked. Ok? So, alguém acertou? Alguém acertou? Inquilino, locatário. Ah, a galera aí acertou, rapaz. É, boa. Cadê meu chica bom? Boa, mandou bem. Exatamente. So, Mr. John Turner is the landlord, the proprietor of the land. Mr. Charles McCarthy is the tenant, o inquilino, locatário. Okay? And they met, they became friends. They spoke for the first time in Australia, and they came back to England. And according to Sherlock Holmes, it's kind of natural that they've decided to live in the same neighborhood. Turner is the richer, the landlord, the proprietor, and McCarthy is the tenant, inquilino. That's why he pays Turner for the use of his farm. They seem to be good friends. They spend quite a lot of their time together. McCarthy has one son. Aqui tem várias chaves para desvendar o mistério do assassinato, tá? McCarthy has one son, 18 years old. Turner has a daughter of the same age. And they are both widows because both of their wives are dead. And the 2 families, the McCarthy family and the Turner family, they are closed family. They are not accessible. They live quietly. They did not mix much with other people. McCarthy had 2 servants. Turner had 6. E o capítulo termina com Watson perguntando, what about the murder then? Ok? O que aconteceu aqui? Opa! O que aconteceu? Aê, Brasil, voltou. Beleza? Paramos por aqui. Fica ligado no grupo do WhatsApp, fica ligado no WhatsApp, fica ligado no e-mail, que eu mandarei informações sobre a próxima aula, próxima live, continuando a história de Sherlock Holmes and the Mystery of the Boscombe Pool. Mother. God bless you. See you